Stan. And now you're being an assassin.
Out there being an assassin.
Woo! Get you some.
What's going on, everyone? Episode 95?
95er.
96. Nope, 96. Episode 96, Menace and the Man. Stan the Man. Dennis the Menace Bermudez. How are you today, Menace?
I'm pretty good.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a little... I just got murdered, Stan.
Are you playing Call of Duty?
Call of Duty, but not Warzone. I'm playing multiplayer. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like the accuracy and the control is better on multiplayer than it is on Warzone.
The accuracy and the control.
Yeah, I feel like I just miss a lot more in Warzone. Which also, in Warzone, people can be a lot further away.
So, election, all that crazy shit, but we'll talk a little fighting first. Anderson Silva retiring. Did you watch that fight?
I did see him get jabbed, KO'd.
Oh, so you just saw the end of it. You didn't really see the fight, per se.
No.
Like, bro, he lost because he got over, he's a counterpuncher. He got over aggressive and started going after Uriah Hall, and he got clipped twice. A time that got him in trouble, and then the time that ended the fight.
Well, it's funny. Isn't that the punch he hit Bonner with?
Bonner.
Like he just jabbed him. Bonner went down like a sack of potatoes. Or was that Griffin? Forrest.
Both of them. No, that was Griffin. But here's Jillian now.
Oh, she's
on time.
Wow.
Why? What were you thinking?
I mean, I thought we would have a little.
A little what?
Jillian!
What's up?
What's up, girl? I'm just murdering people right now. Stan, he started the episode, and I said, hey, I'm in the game. And I got to hold it down for my guys, even though I don't know any of them.
Got important things going on. I feel you.
Team player. Look at this. I'm about to drop a goddamn missile on someone's head. Bang! So, I just watched you not too long ago assassinate somebody.
Well, here, real quick, Jillian, can we get you to turn your phone long ways?
Yeah, of course.
And there we go. Jillian Robertson, welcome back to Menace and the Man.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And like Menace said, congrats on your recent throat cuddle session.
Not quite a throat cuddle session. Didn't get that far. So I'm not happy with that, but hopefully the next one I'll be able to finish for you guys.
Yeah, so 2 wins since the last time we talked.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay as active as possible. I want to get back in there one more time before the end of the year, even if I can. I'm trying to get there 4 or 5 times a year at least.
4 or 5 times a year?
Oh yeah, this is all I do. So it's like I have nothing better to do. I love it.
And you're still young, right? How old are you? 24, 25?
I'm 25.
Oh yeah, so you're still right in there.
Okay. Because when I was 22, I fought 9 times in 1 year, but it wasn't like the UFC level. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Does the media and all that and all the hype up to the fight, does that affect you at all?
No, not really, I guess. Whenever I was an amateur, I fought like you said, it's a lower level. So I was fighting, I think 6 times a year back then. But even in my UFC fights, it's I generally don't take a lot of damage. I'm usually back in the gym the next week.
For me, I mean, most of my career, I was cutting a ton of weight. So it's I needed a damn recovery period just from cutting the weight. And also the pressure from all the media and stuff like that. I'm man, I just need a little bit of time of nothing.
Yeah.
I need like a regeneration of like, So, but back to back, it's like, I can't breathe.
Yeah, I don't really cut weight. Like my last fight, I was walking 2 pounds up. I think.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like it's not too bad for me to weight cut, and all I do is train. So I got, like I said, I got nothing better to do. That's all I'm focused on.
Training with Dean as well, right? Still.
Yeah, I'm not with American Top Team anymore, but I'm just with Dean Thomas, and we actually train out of his house now.
Now,
what kind of setup does he have over there?
I heard, don't you live? You live next door, right?
Yeah, I live right across the street from him. And
no.
Jose Shorty Torres, he lives with him, so it's like Shorty's my main training partner, and then Dean works with us both every single day.
So something that happens when there's 3 people, someone becomes like the whipping boy, the person that gets made fun of. It seems like Jose Shorty Torres is that person.
Oh, 100%, constantly.
Like you guys, I constantly see unfollow Jose Shorty Torres, and I was like, why are they saying that? And then I clicked like it's just a joke.
Yeah, well, it started off because he had more followers than me, so we had like a bet going on where I was like, I need to have more followers than you. And then once I got more than him, I was like, now I need to get you down to 0. Like I'm not happy until it's completely done. So now that's the goal.
Wow. All right, so everybody out there listening, unfollow Shorty Torres.
Yeah.
I don't even follow him to begin with, so
yeah, fuck that guy.
We'll keep it that way. But what else is going on with you, Jillian? What do you got training tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna be training at Dean's house tonight with Shorty, and then this weekend I'm actually competing in jiu-jitsu tournament down south, so I'm hyped for that.
Oh, jiu-jitsu.
And now are you in Port St. Lucie?
Correct, yeah.
Is Florida open again, right? Closed, open?
Florida's like 100% open pretty much. There's some places that are still requiring masks, but I don't think it's like it's not against the law anymore, whether they have to or not.
God, I fucking love Florida.
Damn, when do you think you're going to move back down there, dude?
Soon. I mean, I have to avoid Tyrone or just go take that shot. And then if I live, then I'll move back down to Florida. So we'll play it off that.
Wow.
Yeah, I made a bad bet, Jillian. I bet Tyrone Spong a body shot. I went with our boy Justin, thinking he was going to beat Khabib. It didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Yeah, no, I had Justin in that fight too, and I think that just shows what level Khabib is. Like, phenomenal, really.
It was insane how good he looked.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I said, I had Justin. I thought Justin was going to go in there and be able to keep it on the feet and maybe touch him up a little bit, but Khabib was just walking. Like Justin landed some decent shots, and Khabib just was walking through them like it was nothing, just keeping that pressure constantly.
Yeah, ate everything that Justin hit him with. The leg kicks could have been adding up, but then when they made contact, it was just different levels, way different levels.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that's what everyone said before the fight, but you almost don't always want to believe it. You want to be like, he's a man. I could wrestle too, but...
Well, kind of like Ronda Rousey for a long time. People were like, she's going to lose this time, and then she would win. She's going to lose this time, and she would win.
Yes, similar to that, but Khabib's got a whole different toolbox of...
Well, what I'm saying is, like, there was a period of time. If Ronda Rousey could have got out after 4 title defenses and be like, greatest ever.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole discussion, too. Yeah, that he's out after 4 title defenses. John Jones is like, I got like 10 of these, 15 of these.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dana says he's coming back, though, so maybe we'll see that 30-0.
What was the fight against GSP?
Well, Dana thinks that he retired. He retired in like emotion, in the moment, and he might do one more.
We gotta get Ali back on. That might be wishful thinking.
But Ali kind of put out a cryptic message too, and was like, "Khabib's still the champion. There's no title to fight for yet."
Hmm.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But are you training? Does Greg Hardy come around you at all?
Yeah, he'll come up to Port St. Lucie and train with Dean a little bit. I believe he's working with Rashad down south as well. So he's kind of in between both places.
Yeah,
see him. Tell him the Menace said what's up and that I miss him in the clan. He used to be in my Clash of Clans clan for like he was in there for like a week or two, and some people that didn't know who he was kicked him out. I'm like, dude, the fuck, my guy.
Well, even him, I'd assume he's still with American Top Team, but then I saw him with Rashad, who's not American Top Team, and with Dean, who's not American Top Team. So I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on there. And then I saw...
There's a handful of us that whenever Dean left, we just kind of followed him. That we trust him more than anything. Like I said, with me, I've worked with him since I was 16. So no matter where Dean goes, he's going to be my head coach. But like Shorty followed him, Greg followed him, and there's a few fighters that still come and train with him that are not. I believe they still like train a couple different places. As far as I know, I think ATC's closed because of COVID. Still, kind of. It's like only open to pros or something like that. I'm not 100% sure the situation there.
Probably. I think some places haven't fully gotten with the opening and whatnot, but we'll see. So election, crazy shit going on. Do you care about politics at all?
No, I try to stay out of that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But if I were to vote, I'd vote for Trump. I'm not even voting, so I give a shit.
And I live in like a little bubble where it's just mixed martial arts, and that's about it. I'm not trying to. I don't look into the real world much.
Listen, I don't want to tap into your bubble too much, but in case you were wondering, in that game, I went 13-13. You know, I'm not in here tooting my own horn. I'm not saying I'm bad either. Some people are probably like, "What? You went 13-13? Like you fucking suck, bro." Like, listen, I actually have a real life where I do other things and play a stupid game.
In what game?
I just had to get that off my chest.
In Clash of Clans?
No, in fucking dude, I was playing and chatting with you guys and just murking fools. Come on, Stan.
Oh, the game you were just playing.
Yeah. A lot of people are probably like, dude, how's he doing? I need to know this. And I don't put it out there exactly how I did.
Well, I don't think I'm alone. I think Jillian was a little lost there as well. We didn't know what you were talking about.
Sorry, I'm wild. So that's one thing I want to get off my chest. And then two, in the near future, I just want to get my, the teeth looking like amazing. Jillian, you have really good teeth.
Thank you.
What, you were born that way or?
Yeah,
Shut up.
Like that. My last fight, I fought 5 minutes without a mouth guard. I was like, I'm so happy I kept my teeth perfect.
You've never had braces or anything?
No, never.
Give me the full thing. Really?
And you fought without a mouth guard for years.
Yeah, I still do that in training all the time. I'm bad at that.
Yeah. But yes, one of the more attractive females in MMA, if I may say so myself. What's the relationship status still at the moment? Single?
Yes.
Or
relationship status is MMA or training?
She's married to the game, to the fight game.
I wouldn't quite say it like that, but yeah, pretty much.
Stan, when I broke up with now my kid's mom, the first time, we didn't have any kids at the time, and I told her, listen, I'm married to the fight game. I gotta do this. I just need to 100% focus on the fight game. Like, sorry.
You said that?
I swear to God. Yeah.
Would you
hit that 2011?
Is that
right after The Ultimate Fighter? After the finale.
You would hit a guy with that right now, Jillian?
No, I wouldn't hit a guy with that, but it really is how it is because I'm just so focused on me that I don't have time for a lot of that. I don't have time to invest myself in somebody else right now.
So what would be the move though? Like, would you date a fighter? Are you on Tinder swiping?
Not on Tinder, but I feel like, I don't know, you see a lot of fighter girls end up with like people who are in the MMA world or like coaches or fighters or something like that, where it's just somebody you can relate to. And like, it's a weird life that we live and like with weight cuts and with just going through the fight, like the whole fight process is something different. So, I think if I did end up with somebody, it would probably be within this realm.
Well, there's probably something like a little bit sexy about like, I can't beat you up. Right?
Okay, definitely. Yeah. And especially like any guy that you meet, they don't really get that, like, I can fuck them up, Like
they're like, yeah, okay.
yeah, I bet you could beat me up. I'm like, yeah, I could though.
Yeah, but they use that as a pickup line, like, please hurt me. Yeah.
Every single guy uses that as a pickup line, and it's like, well, yeah, I can. Like, that's so attractive.
So, is your DMs flooded with dick pics too?
Oh yeah, I feel like
because mine used to be.
Yours?
Yeah.
No, that was a joke.
Bro,
no, but Jessica Penne told us that.
Yeah, every female fighter, I feel like it's just like all creeps, 100%.
Bro, we've gotten creepy messages, Menace. Not dick pics, but
really?
when we've posted things about dick pics or conversations we have with women, I've gotten posts. Like a guy sent me a message the other day. Like, do you really want to see? And he was like, whatever he said to me, he was insinuating sending me a dick pic. I was like, delete, block this guy. I'm good.
Oh, Stan, what are you doing?
I didn't block him. I deleted the message. I don't want to get sent dick pics.
Stan, you got to take one for the Menace and the Man.
No, I'm good on that one.
Listen, Stan, we support all sexualities here on this show.
We do, but I don't want to see. I wasn't soliciting dick pics. It was unsolicited dick pics. I knew how Gillian and these women felt for a moment.
Oh, you felt like a little bit vulnerable.
For a small moment. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
I don't want this.
Some people, it's like just the way they come at you too. Like they'll send you DMs and you're like, do you think this would actually work? Like, have you ever had it work talking to a woman like this?
What's the best pickup line you've come across?
And wait, we've talked about that too. There was a Christopher Columbus somewhere that sent a dick pic and it worked. And that's where it had to. There's someone somewhere that was successful with it. Had to have been.
The Menace and the Man show. Stan keeps fucking up on the computer and it keeps. Is it Zoom's fault, Stan, or your computer's fault, or the Democrats?
Zoom and liberals, most likely. All right, now we're back. But I mean, I don't know what it was. Just something happened that I got zapped and kicked off of Zoom. It kept you guys on. I wish I had that content of whatever you guys were talking about.
Well, we were talking about how Jillian was on Ashley Evans Smith's Rebel Girl sex and violence show. And I was just asking her if she liked it, whatever. She said, yeah, it's fun. And then I asked her about or me and you kind of spoke about how it'd be weird for us to ask the same questions that Ashley asks guests, because we're guys. I'd be like, oh, so yeah. Anyways, so then I asked Jillian while we were off air, I feel like guys, because I've been in locker rooms with guys and I've talked just real nasty. Not to each other, just about things that we do, And then I said, hey, Jillian, do girls talk like that in the locker room? And she said, yes, Dennis.
Well, you said the tough house. So that's the most women you've ever lived with at one time.
Yeah, that's the first time I lived outside my parents' house was in the tough house. So that was the first time I lived by myself, and I was surrounded by 17 other women constantly, and that's probably the most vulgar things I've ever heard is in that tough house.
I just don't know what a girl could say. You don't have to say who, but what could a girl say that's vulgar?
I feel like they can be worse than guys. I've been around because I've hung around the gym, I'm usually around all guys, and I hear them bullshit with each other, but I feel like girls go in a lot more detail.
I just, in my head, a guy be like, yeah, I beat her genitalia up. But, is a girl talking trash, yeah, he beat my genitalia up, or... I don't know what it would sound like for a girl to be vulgar. I don't he had me walking weird. I don't know what's. I just don't.
I guess
they say the nasty things they do.
I'm not one to do it myself.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I want you to repeat something you've heard. You don't even say who said it.
I can't put me on the spot like this. I don't even know.
No, you could be making it up for all we know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not that creative there.
All right.
All right. Well, like we said, women, men, it is very similar.
You know what? I need to get on. I'm going to get on Ashley's show, and I'm going to interview her on her own damn show.
But
ask her that question.
I told her that's what we were going to do with her the last time she was going to come on, but then we took like 2 weeks off, so she didn't come on. But we got to get Ashley back on.
I'll
but
call
definitely,
her right fucking now.
But definitely, people need to check out Sex and Violence with Rebel Girl because it's a funny show and it's not really MMA. She talks about MMA for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a dope experience to be on it too. Ashley's a great person. I love talking to her.
Yeah, she's awesome. But yes, like you said, very open with the questions. And Menace, like, we can go there, but we can't go there because then we come off creepy. So, but we can ask, obviously, relationship questions. We can obviously, like, try to cross lines, if you will.
The thing is, I didn't really want to even hover the lines because, like, Jillian, would you say that girls can be crazy?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I date one. And I don't want her to be like, why would you ask her to that, Dennis? Do you like her? I'm like, whoa, I'm thinking like guys that watch my show, what they want to maybe hear, trying to feel, put them in my shoe. I don't know. Sorry. I won't do it again, babe. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the move, is just asking the question, because obviously people do want those answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, Jillian, what are, like, qualities that you would look for in a man? Or let's say, like, you were... I don't want to say...
Well, he has to be able to beat her up. Like, fighting-wise, right?
Like, fighting-wise.
Yeah.
As someone who's as driven as I am, someone who's focused on their goals and passionate about that shit, because I feel like that means a lot to me, is that my hometown, it's a lot of people who don't want anything for themselves. There's a lot of people who just want to, like, hang out and chill. So I want someone who is driven, someone who has the same job that I have.
Yeah. Because hanging out isn't going to buy you, a nice car or something like that, Are you into cars at all?
No, not really. I'm not into...
Let's say you had a fucking ton of money. What would you buy with it?
I don't know. I'm kind of like... I don't really care too much. Maybe a lot of weed. That's about it.
Right. High-end weed.
Yeah, like, that's what I was just thinking. Like, what would Jillian's, like, little blurb be? Like, let's say she was on a dating site, or even, like, her About Me on Instagram or something. It's like, what? Fighting, weed, dog?
And my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
What kind of pup do you have again?
I have a pit bull.
Huh.
How old?
And he's 12 years old.
Okay.
12?
Yes.
Wow. What?
He's
How
a big
many?
baby.
I don't. Maybe I'm not. Like, how much more? How long do they live to be? My brother's dog's like maybe 13, something like that.
He's definitely getting up there. I would say probably like 13 to 15-ish would be expected, but there's no health problems or anything. He's still good, and he's just a big baby.
And what kind of pit bull is he?
Red-nosed pit.
Because my brother has an American pit, and she's like a 40-pound American pit, and she's an assassin. She got hit by like a car when she was a puppy, so which just fucked her hip up. And now she's like limps. It's like, I'm like, dude, this dog can't like go up the stairs, Dean. Like, what are you doing, dude? And I told him if he wants me to take her for a long walk, I would do that for him.
What do you mean a long walk?
You don't know what a long walk is, Stan?
Are you literally taking the dog on a long walk, or are you taking it to the vet to get put down?
No, I'm taking it to the woods to be put down. It's cheaper.
Hypothetically, allegedly.
Yeah.
You would never do that.
We're going to get a lot of backlash on that stand.
We might, but that's how they do it in the sticks. He's from upstate New York, Jillian.
Fuck off.
But anything on the horizon at the moment?
Just I got a grappling competition this weekend, but that's just I try to stay active as possible until I get a fight date. And Mick says he doesn't have an opponent in mind for me at the moment. So I'm hoping to get in there December. That'd be awesome for me. Get at least a third one this year. If not, then hopefully early January. It'd be awesome to get back in there.
Who do you want a piece of?
I'm not really sure the girls that are ranked above me at this moment. I know they just moved me up to 12. After my fight, I called out Antonina Shevchenko because she denied me a couple months ago. But they just matched her up with Ariane Lipsky. So now I'm not really sure who I'm looking at. And but anyone ranked 1 through 11, I'm down for.
I mean,
so
if the UFC was smart, they would start marketing you, and definitely, you're still young too. That's like one of the best marketing, most marketable things about you is that you're having so much success and you're young. All-time submission leader. Yeah. Like she's right now at 25, the all-time submission leader, right? Finishes.
Yeah, I have the most finishes in my division, the most submissions out of all women's UFC, and then the most wins in my division as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel like you did that quietly, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, that's Gillian Robertson. Yeah, she has all these leader statistics right now, killing the game.
That's the goal. Just keep breaking records till I get to the top. And I'm gonna make them notice me.
Yeah.
Keep breaking records and arms.
Yeah, so
that should be in your Instagram thing. That should be. No.
What? Keep breaking records in arms?
Yeah, I thought that was really clever just now. Nothing.
Yeah. Dogweed fighting was good too.
Dogweed fighting.
Straight to the point.
Right now, my bio just says fighting to get my dog the backyard he deserves.
What?
Yeah, well, that's even like Caitlin Chukagian was fighting, and she just kept posting like, "I'm just doing this to feed Pablo. She's doing this to feed her." What is Pablo? Menace?
He's a dog.
No, what kind of dog?
Same kind of dog that Michael Johnson has.
Yeah, I figured you'd know, and it'd be right there for you. It's not a Boston Terrier. It's
not a Boston. What's the other meteor dog like that?
Is it a French
Boston Terrier, but bigger?
French Bulldog?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have French Bulldogs. But yes, we love dogs here at Menace and the Man. Don't listen to Menace. He's clearly been drinking too many seltzers, whatever he's drinking over there.
That was a joke, dude. I was just saying that to get my brother riled up.
Oh, okay.
When his dog got hit by a car and they had to get a vet bill, I'm like, what? I was also younger. I never had a dog, so it does not. I was like, Dean, you could buy 2 dogs for the price you paid to fix one dog. And him and his lady looked at me like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it was a joke. All right.
Well, we learned that I did that like 2 episodes ago. Whenever a joke goes bad, or whenever something you say goes bad, you just go, I'm kidding. Like when you say something that goes too far, it was a joke.
Yeah.
But Gillian, we're big fans here at Menace and the Man. We'll definitely talk to you soon. Next time, come with some blunts ready, and we'll smoke next time.
Oh, I got you.
Virtually.
I'll watch.
Oh.
Or I'll light them virtually.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
It was dope talking to you guys again.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Gillian.
All right, thank you for having me.
Bye.
Goodbye. Did I go too dark with the dogs?
No, but I felt like we had it set up to be like, so are you submissive? Are you dominant in the bedroom? Like, have you ever thought about being a lesbian? But we danced around it.
Butchered it.
I had it. But next time, now we got there. So I see where you want to go sometime. So maybe we'll start going those places.
Where do we want to go?
I'm going to be your voice. Yes or no? I mean, I'll say the things that you don't want to get.
I like setting you up for failure. Like Stan likes that, and you're like, no, I don't.
For failure or for success?
For whatever you want.
Because I could spin them into success. So you never know.
What's going on?
Mark, what's up, big dog?
Not too much.
Mark Hall, welcome to Menace and the Man. Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace Bermudez. And now we're joined by, can I call you wrestling? You'd be a wrestling legend at this point, right?
If you'd like to call me that.
He's headed there.
Yeah, wrestling.
I've watched enough of him.
Yeah, Mark Hall, Penn State national champion. Should have been a 2-time national champion, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could start right there. So you're now, you didn't get to finish your senior year, basically, right?
Yeah, just we literally went to everything except for the NCAAs,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Jesse Jansen. I said, dude, why don't you guys do a fucking unofficial, but you guys can at least be like, yo, this is probably what would happen. NCAA tournament. Have everybody come, seed them what they would have been seeded for the NCAA tournament. Let them have a fucking go at it. And he was like, we've We tried.
Yeah, that would
A,
have
B,
been.
and C.
I mean,
Even if it wasn't official, but you would be like,
yeah,
listen.
you got to think too. I mean, at that point, I mean, it's like 330 guys, 33 guys each weight, and I mean, even at the best, like I thought something could happen where like if it was just the top 8 seeds from each chart, you know, it would have been cool for sure.
Because hang on, some of the most exciting matches is when number 16 beats number 4 or 2.
No doubt, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, what? What the fuck?
Dude, you definitely need those guys for NCAA charts. I mean, there's bracket busters every year, you know?
Yeah. Because, I mean, Nick Piccininni is one of my good buddies. I watched him throughout high school. He's trained at my gym. So it was, like, heartbreaking for me to see him because he wasn't an NCAA champion. And, like, it could have been his year, you know? So I was like, damn.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
But he switched gears. He's going MMA. He's full in.
I would have guessed that 100% of the time.
Well, hang on. The thing is, all of his privates he was doing it at my MMA gym. So, like, I would just finish, like, pro class, and he'd be drilling with Gregor Gillespie or Kyle Sermonera.
With MMA fighters. He was always, like, even Sermonera has an MMA background, coaches MMA guys, and then Gregor's Gregor. So, yeah, his coaches. So it was almost a natural progression for Piccininni.
Yeah. I remember, there'd be times my freshman year, I'd be coming in the wrestling room late, like work out or something, get my weight down for the next day. And Nick was in there, like, literally, like, putting holes in a punching bag. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, at that time, he was probably all of, like, 135, 140. And I was thinking, like, bro, like, there's no way I'd want to, like, throw hands with this guy.
That little piece of shit.
And like I said, like, I knew he was gonna go into fighting, and I think he's gonna be a great fighter as well.
No, he used to lift with me. Me and him had the same strength and conditioning coach, and like he'd be putting up like 10 pounds lighter than me, but he weighed like 125. I used to fight at 45. I'd walk around like 65. I'm like,
yeah, crazy.
What's wrong with you?
Crazy.
So I would imagine you have some crazy genetics too. Like, how many pull-ups can you do? Hang on, that's Dan.
Yeah.
In the wrestling community, that's how
I know.
That's how you can gauge how fucking strong somebody's. Like, I don't know, 50.
Yeah,
that's funny. I mean, it's even funny you say that. Like, throughout my career, I mean, I'm focusing on it a little more now, but I like used to hate being in the weight room. I never really had a focus on being in the weight room. Whenever I went in the weight room, it was more so just another workout, like just maintenance and keep the body to feel good. I mean, most of my focus was just in the wrestling room and whatnot, you know. And now that I'm going up to 86 kilos, like there has to be a focus on getting bigger, on getting stronger, and being in the weight room is the best way to do that. So. But yeah, like you said, I never really focused on it, so I couldn't really tell you how many pull-ups I could do, how many push-ups I can do, my max weight stuff, you know.
Well, last I knew, Kyle Dake didn't lift weights.
Yeah, he has some. It's like some
bands or some shit.
Some type of like calisthenic or something like that. I have never asked him about it or got to know anything about it, but yeah, you're correct.
So one thing.
Are you at? Sorry.
Well, me being like Menace, obviously wrestled D1. I wrestled like high school. Like I'm not nowhere near your guys' level, but like so for me, something I always looked at when I look at guys is high school and college, their record. So you are one of the most successful, if not you're the greatest wrestler in Minnesota history, pretty much, right? Like high school.
Yep.
Like 6-time state champion.
Yep, I won. So I won state from 7th grade through 12th grade. And then I won 6 team state titles as well. So put those together, 12 gold medals coming out of the Minnesota state tournaments. I don't know who else has ever done something like that.
What's that record looking like? High school.
I mean, just for wrestling, I know the most it was before me was Destin McCauley. We both went and we both ended up going to Apple Valley. I think he had 10 or 11 altogether. He won five state championships as an individual, and then I think he ended up winning 6 team state titles as well.
So it stands asking, what was your high school record?
280 something or 230 something, I think. No. So I wrestled in Kentucky as well. So I wrestled in Kentucky my first 7th grade year, and then I got held back and moved to Minnesota for another 7th grade year, and that's when I kind of started wrestling in Minnesota.
Oh.
Yep. And then
but sure you had next year, but a varsity win is a varsity win. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. So I mean, all together, I probably won around, like 280 matches, and then I lost, I think, 6 or 7.
Now, I don't want to rain on your parade, and this is no disrespect to you. Right behind all those, right? There's like a little bit, but like Kentucky, Minnesota, they're not New York and Pennsylvania or Cali, right?
Yeah, you know what's funny? So,
I'm sure all your boys at Penn State like, oh yeah, 6-time state champ.
I tell them I would have won 4 state titles in Pennsylvania easy.
I mean, probably for sure.
But the running joke with like a lot of my like close friends that know me the best, they're like, dude, Kentucky has to be better than Minnesota because I never won state in Kentucky. I took 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny, but yeah, no, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, like you said, California, those states are just powerhouses.
So Valmont's over there like, I was a New Jersey state champ.
Yeah.
Did Valmont? Me and Dan Vallimont used to be roommates here on Long Island.
Nice. I love Dan. He's awesome.
He's amazing. Do you drink beer?
Guy. Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
yeah. Hang on. Me and Dan. Hang on. Sometimes we drink so many beers. We live in Long Beach here on Long Island, right? We're like, let's do a power hour, right? Do a power hour. We look at each other like while we're playing Call of Duty. Yeah. We do a power hour. We look at each other like, you feel good? Like, I feel amazing. Like, should we do another one? Like, yep.
Yeah,
like
awesome.
2 hours later, we try to like get out of our little thing. We're like, let's go back. Like, correct. Man, hang on. If you don't think I'm gonna come and hang out with you and Dan, you're off your rocker.
We live in the same apartment building, so.
Well, you guys are pretty much. Hang on. Oh fuck. Who's the guy with the great hair? He's a 41-pounder, All American.
From where?
Fuck, Missouri. Fuck. We had him on the show, Stan. Why am I drawing a blank?
Bryce Meredith?
Yes.
Oh, he went to Wyoming. Yeah.
Anyways,
he's a great dude.
Oh, he was talking about how wrestlers should be making their own money. Like the NFL players get paid to fucking, be big athletes, and instead of living off of millionaires, which is kind of what you're doing right now, no? You're kind of like paid so much just to wrestle and pursue your dream.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, so right now, as soon as I sign my contract with the PRTC, I haven't yet, but as soon as I sign my contract, that's how it'll be. I'll be getting set sum of money every month, and then but for guys like college guys, like as soon as they pass that bill or whatever, that rule where they can start making money off just for being who they are, man, it's gonna be really good for the sport. I personally think. I think
1,000,000%. What stops that?
Mm-hmm. I think what stops it is just guys. Maybe
NCAA. They're just making they're making all the money off you guys.
Yeah, I don't know what their logic is. I don't know what is makes them think. Personally, what makes them think it's okay. I mean, they, like you said, they're just making millions off of their athletes. So. And I mean,
in every sport too. Every sport.
Oh my God. Yeah. Does that mean football players can sell jerseys with their name on the back? No.
Nope. Even you go to any college like retail store. They have all jerseys with numbers on them, no names on the back. They can't. You can't sell like bobbleheads. I couldn't make T-shirts of my.
Well,
I myself couldn't make T-shirts.
Did Bryce get in trouble for that? Because I think that's what Meredith was doing. He was making the B Money T-shirts, and then I think he made a wrestling shoe or something along those lines.
I don't know. I'm not sure. He might have started that while he was in college. It definitely goes around. There's people who find loopholes and do it, but most of the time, there's people just don't take the chance. But for him, he's doing really well by doing what he is. So, yeah.
Yeah, so when I'm racking my brain, I believe you're the third Penn State wrestler we've had on the show. We had Bo Nickal on.
Mm-hmm.
We had Pat Cummins as well.
Okay.
And now we got Mark Hall. So
those are three great guys.
Yeah. Oh, complete studs.
One of them isn't a national champion, but hey.
It doesn't have anything to do with how good of a man Penn State probably made him. This place is awesome.
Oh, well.
And he's still on the wall somewhere as an All American.
That's right.
And they even give you that extra lean, like they call you a finalist when you came in second place.
Forever.
Yeah.
So what's it? Are they having a wrestling season now? Is COVID putting a halt on that?
To my understanding, it's going to start at the new year, which typically things would probably be getting going right about now and previous years. They're going to start in the new year. It's going to be, the guys are just going to be doing matches within their, like the Big 10, Big 12, just matches within their region or whatever. And then they'll go into their conference tournament and in the NCAAs. And it's going to end in March all the same. So, guys are losing about 2 months. But one thing I do know is that they are I'm pretty sure all athletes are getting a year of eligibility pretty much back. So if they wrestle this year, and if they do wrestle this year, they'll still have another, like pretty much it's not going to count.
A red shirt year. Almost.
Yeah, that was my next question. So did that happen for Piccininni as well?
No, it's same as him. They graduated, no?
So it's only for the guys for like this year. What happened?
You were a junior last year.
So
this year, right?
If you were a senior last year, you don't get the year back. You don't get the one more year of eligibility.
Correct.
So for those guys that were like national championship is my life, that's like that little dagger right there.
Yeah.
You're talking to him, Stan.
Yeah.
Well, he got one. You got it. You want?
Well, yeah. He got one, but like, why wouldn't he want? What's better than one national championship?
Two.
Yeah.
But those guys that never got that one, that was their, and I'm Piccininni.
Like Pitch, yeah.
So now Piccinini is going to transfer that motivation probably right over to MMA and probably crush at AKA. So now, Mark, is MMA possibly somewhere you might head after your wrestling's done?
Yeah, man, I have never had aspirations to fight. To be completely honest, I don't even like watching it. I think it's like really brutal and like gory almost. I like watching like knockouts and stuff every once in a while, but those kind of get me fired up. But as far as like going through a whole UFC event, like it's like I don't really pay attention to it. But one thing I definitely would like to do is like working in MMA, like coaching wrestling with certain clubs. I think there's a lot to learn, especially from maybe guys who are fighting and don't really have a wrestling background. Getting taught through, from one of the best sports dynasties in the United States. I would love to be a part of it that way, but I've never really thought about fighting. I don't think my mom would appreciate it though.
What if you bought her a car or something? Said, hey, Mom, look.
See, now if I was making money through it, I still think it would be a problem. But if I like put it back into her, I don't think she would.
I see exactly where you're coming from. Stan, let me talk to the man. All right.
I was going to say, so here's a phone call from Menace. I was going to say, what about a phone call from like a DC? So here's the phone call from Menace. Go.
No, because I liked watching it when I was in college, and, as I got a little older in the 20s, like, dude, you should do MMA. I'm like, no fucking way. Mm-hmm. Fuck no. Those guys, because remember in high school, like, dude, let's go punch for punch in the arm. I'm like, no, I can't punch hard. Like, you're going to win. Like, I don't want to fucking you pound me. I would never do that, Yeah. But then a buddy of mine and here's what happens. You go and you start helping MMA guys, and then you start beating them and you don't fucking know anything. You're like, really? It's like when you wrestle with like a freshman. Mm-hmm. A new freshman comes in, he thinks he's whatever, like, I'm the man, I know how to wrestle, and you beat the fucking piss out of him, and he can't breathe, and he's fucking drowning in his own sweat. Sometimes that's what it's like fighting. Yeah. These guys are not on your caliber. Like, did you watch the Khabib fight?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You're not gonna sit there and tell me, you're like, no chance this guy takes me down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll take him down at will.
Whenever I want.
And hold him down.
Yeah.
I would get drunk and watch like Cowboy Cerrone and Ben Henderson fight. I'm like, I'll take him around right there. Pettis, I'll take him down right there. I would fuck them up.
Yeah.
Then I'd start dabbling, and then it just, I don't know. It was just for fun at first.
Well, how old are you, Mark?
And what's that?
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, all right. So you still, it might happen.
It could happen. No, I mean, it's like a 1% chance. But
you might train an MMA fighter and start fucking him up and be like, you win fights?
Yeah.
You win fights?
How much did you make?
Without a doubt. And for me, it's I completely understand that for the most part, I mean, wrestlers dominate the UFC, no doubt. Like, I pay attention to it that much where I know just how big wrestling is and when it comes to fighting. And I also know how many guys aren't very good at it when it comes to fighting. So, and I do know if you're good, there is a lot of money in it. So,
yeah,
like I said, like a 1% chance kind of.
So why are you, because you and Bo are both assassins. What's different in your guys' head where he's like, I'm in, I'm going to fucking become a champion. You're like, no.
Yeah.
Is there something, would he fight on campus? No chance, right?
No. I mean, he would hold like a sparring session or something with guys who would like to feel it out. Like, there were a couple times walking the restroom room, he's punching bags, guys are holding mitts and stuff. But I mean, I just think the flip could have been where he's lived with Tony Cassar for, I think, all throughout college. I've lived with Jason Nolf and some other guys on the team and stuff. So I think the atmosphere, like, I knew for a fact, is like seeing Tony. I was like, man, this guy's going to be big and he's going to go in the UFC and he's going to be good. So I just think it was just different. I mean, that could have been something Bo wanted to do before he got to know Tony. But I think as far as where just the environment we kind of grew up throughout college in, is just a little different.
What is that little psychopath Nolf doing now?
Yeah, he actually he just bought a new house. So I live in his house with him, and then him and his wife just bought a different house just down the road. So he's still wrestling. He's doing really well, man. He I mean, after let's see, after he was he was a 70 kilo guy and he moved up to 74. I mean, I was always a lot bigger than him. I mean, at least 10, 15 pounds. And now he's all of like 185, 190. And he's doing really well.
Stan, this guy is a fucking psychopath. He's like, if you asked me if he killed somebody, I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
He just has this like no expression on his face when he wrestles. And you're like,
And who is this?
At first, you're like, you're just, like a kind of dirty blonde, like,
Who is this?
Jason Nolf.
Jason Nolf?
And he will beat you down. I mean, there were a couple times like in practice where like you just know if you're going with Jason, you're like, today's gonna suck. And that goes for so many guys on our team. Just like there's some hard days you got to go through. Humbled.
Because I grew up liking. This is gonna sound weird. I grew up watching.
Oh my God!
X-Men and shit.
I forgot.
You know what I mean? Like dudes with muscles. So when I watch you wrestle, Mark, I'm like, this guy's fucking jacked to the hill. He's explosive. He's like, this guy's a monster. And then you look at Jason, you're like, yeah. But then you watch him wrestle, you're like, this guy.
His pace.
He's actually just like a killer. Like
his pace and his just the way he wrestles makes up for the. And he's actually like one of the more explosive guys on the team too. But like those things that he does makes up for the appearance that
I just had one of those moments like, oh my God, I forgot a Penn State wrestler. We had Phil Davis as well on the show.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Phil.
And then Phil Davis was actually someone who was almost pretty, you could say, instrumental in Menace's path into MMA as being someone older who he looked up to in wrestling who got into it. So like you're 23 right now, like we were talking about with Bo. I think once you get your hands on an MMA guy, you're going to be like, exactly like Menace said.
So you beat people up, huh?
You made $100,000 for your last fight. I think I could probably fuck you up in a fight, and then you might dabble into it.
Dude, I've watched Pat Cummings like give Verdum like beat him in rounds.
Mm-hmm. Dang, that's crazy.
And he wasn't even a heavyweight, but the wrestling,
Yeah.
And the grind. And like you said earlier, like wrestlers, like you guys have that extra gear of like, no, this guy doesn't have that practice room that I went through for 5 years that made me a fucking physical killer. That I can go 5 rounds if need be. You know what I mean? Most guys don't have that. Like jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, it's a different level of conditioning, a different style of training.
Oh, dude, there's nothing on this planet like a college wrestling season.
So basically what we're saying, Mark, is we want to get you into MMA.
Well, no, hang on. I would, in every fight camp I had, I would make my way into, I know they're not Penn State, but I'd make my way into Hofstra's wrestling room at least once a week. Because it was, within a half hour. Yeah. And just get in there and get after it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think another thing too is just I've never been around it. I mean, some guys are, they kind of make up their mind. It could be in high school, midway through college, those kind of things. And I've never even been around like that kind of like atmosphere. Like I've never been to like a boxing gym,
Yeah.
Had those opportunities.
I mean, even coming from your level of wrestling, like I'm not saying I was at your level. I mean, I wrestled at that stage in college, but you're a different animal. But like, I remember, going into the MMA gym and being like, I thought about it for like a month before I actually did it, and I was like, I just went in there. I went up to the owner. I said, "Where's your best guy? Let me grapple with him." Yeah. And I got tapped out because I don't know jiu-jitsu a couple times, but like after 2 weeks, that all stopped.
Yeah. Really quick curve.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like you wrestle like this, right? As soon as someone starts pulling something away from your arm, that's how they have to submit you. So you go, nope.
Well, back.
And we're so, but once again, when I stopped wrestling, it was because, I was raising a kid that wasn't mine for 2 years. I just got far away from it because when I was wrestling in college, the goal was to be exactly where you are, is trying to compete to be in the Olympics, or a world champion. Yeah. And I just got, 2 years outside of a wrestling room. MMA was like, it was easier for me to get into that than it was to try and find an OTC or, a regional training center.
Definitely.
So now, with what you got going on now, you got the NCAA is canceled. Like, what's your goal now? Is a world championship, a world championship, and then the Olympics?
So I've been, right now I've just been kind of relaxing. There's been a couple competitions going on. I've been like recovering and getting healthy from some other things I had to go through. But as far as, goals, like, yeah, as soon as I get back into it, those are definitely things I'm looking for. Making world teams, winning tournaments, winning world championships. That's the stuff, like the way that I work, the way that I prepare myself, that's how I do it. Like it's going to be all the same. I'm not going to, it's not going to be something where I'm wrestling just to wrestle. I'm not going to be going in the in the weight room just to lift, like my mind will be clear. This is my last semester of school, so just been focusing on that these last couple months. But, I'm moving to Philadelphia in 2 or 3 weeks. And
you're still at Penn State? Yep. Okay, I thought you were already in Philly. Okay.
Yep. So as soon as I get things going in Philadelphia, man, it's going to be – I'm excited. I'm excited to get my feet back under me.
Yeah.
Start wrestling again.
And now
Slate, is it?
Yep, Coach Slay. Yeah.
Slay. Yeah, that dude's a fucking animal. Because I went to Dan's wedding, and I was like, hey, what's going on, Coach Slay? He was like,
yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm a badass dude, dude. Like,
yeah.
I was like, all right, well, see you later.
He's the man. I've known Coach Slay since I was like 13, 14. And that's a big part why I wanted to go to PRTC, obviously. Another thing is making an RTC choice was a lot different than making a college choice. Between the RTCs, it was either going to be staying at Penn State with the Inline Wrestling Club or going to Philadelphia and being at PRTC. So,
what are the pros and cons there?
Man,
because Cael's arguably the best to ever do it.
He's the GOAT, man. And he still scraps with us. I know there's times where Coach Slay still wrestles with the guys too. He's a little older,
but he's not in the same shape as Cael.
No, he's a little older than Coach Cael. But I mean, the pros and cons, man. Like there are no cons. There really aren't. Like between the two, it was more so just like I just felt like I needed something different. Being at Penn State last 4 years, just kind of made me think, what else can I do? Because I moved around the United States my whole life. I've lived in Michigan. I was born in Michigan. I've lived in Kentucky, Minnesota, Colorado. I've been all around the world with wrestling. And I just think it's part of my fate, I guess, to keep that going. Keep that going, see what else there is out there. And so I was just, that's pretty much what I was thinking about. It wasn't so much me wanting to get out of Penn State. I didn't want to leave Penn State. I love this place, but I really
cheaper.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Way cheaper. But I really think, moving to Philadelphia, will be astronomical values.
And the one thing a big difference in the MMA community versus the wrestling community is let's say you go over to Philly, Cael be like, yo man, do your thing. It wouldn't be really, dude, you think they got something over there that I don't have here? And the doors will still be open if you want to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Coach, all the coaches here, not just Coach Cael, I obviously have a really good relationship with. It's already known that, the PRTC comes to Penn State a couple times a year anyways. So it's not like I'm just dipping out of here and never coming back.
Right.
So
it's not that far away. It's not a crazy, it looks like 2 hours.
2.5, but yeah. No, not
who's
bad.
counting?
I've been going back and forth these last couple of weeks, just like moving things, and it's really tough for the drive.
I tell you what, one pro is there's probably hotter chicks in Philly that aren't in college.
Yeah.
Like in Penn State, there's probably a bunch of hot girls, but they're in college. You're like, well, I'm a little older, and I'll,
Yeah, definitely. It's not like I'm not looking for like freshmen in college and
yeah. I tell you what, I used to be a creep. Like freshmen are here, and I go to the dorms.
It's like a reload kind of thing.
Hey, you're new here. That's funny. I know everything about this place.
I don't even like.
I can even buy a beer.
I don't even. I spend time with the guys on the team still, but I hardly ever will like. I'd be like, the freshman here, and I would take the freshman like, hey boys, this is how you hunt. Yeah, bro. And then they would start doing better than me. I'm like, man.
There's like
them all my moves.
There's like a plaque in the Bloomsburg Hall of Fame, like 37 chicks in one semester. Menace Bermudez, 37 freshmen, one semester.
That's why you teach them all your ways, man. They get better at it than you do.
Yeah. Because as you get older, right, it becomes like, listen, I got to secure this thing. When you're younger, you're just like, you're shooting all over the place. Like, if I keep missing, but as you get older, you're like, I'm a veteran now. I shouldn't miss.
Yeah.
Strike out, you're like, ugh.
It's definitely a game of numbers. Like, one of them gotta hit.
Oh, for sure. So even with the COVID, we'll keep it PG-13. But with the COVID, like, what's the college girls like during the COVID? Like, what's the move? Are you single? You're single, right?
I've been like going back and forth with a girl. For like the last like 2 or 3 years. So I'm like single, but I'm not, kind of thing.
Yeah, you have a lady friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You respect her, but when she's not around. Or like she pisses you off, or like you're like, hey, when I hang out, she's like, well, I actually have this. You're like, good, because
you know what? Like, as much as she like could piss me off, I probably piss her off just as much.
Well, that's what obviously. You need, the balance, the yin, the yang.
Yeah.
But the thing is, listen, I'm like you. I'm like, you put so much into your craft that you're like, I'm pretty amazing.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, Mark, it's our first time meeting. You see what we're doing here. We just share some laughs. We toss back some beers. We ask a few questions. So we'll definitely have you back on again in the future. Next time, bring some beers, toss them back with us. You'll probably be in Pennsylvania at that point.
Well, Philadelphia and Penn State.
My bad. Philadelphia, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, no doubt. I will come a little more prepared next time.
Why?
So I have a few more questions. I got actually like one more question.
Okay.
So you're chilling right now. How much more time do you have till competition? And when's Vallimmont's next competition?
Oh man. I probably don't have until like the new year.
Right.
I've just been focusing on school, getting that stuff done. I haven't even really thought about competing. Honestly, right now I've just been putting time in other things that I would have been doing into training. Just feeling out what life's like outside of wrestling. And Dan, I couldn't tell you when he's going to compete. He competed at senior nationals. I think he might have did pretty well. But
I think he went 2-2.
Yeah, he's good. Dan is.
He's
good.
So what does my man need to get over the fucking?
You know what? Like
I think he's in his own head.
Yeah. Like what I'm going to tell you is something like I will continuously tell him, so I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I think he needs to learn how to shoot with his left hand. And I think
he only shoots that high crotch.
Right-handed high crotch, and people know it's coming. So like
right-handed single. Sweep single.
Yeah. I think if he learned how to just like even like fake with his left hand, make people think he'll shoot with his left hand. It's such a small change, but
it now they have to potentially defend twice as much.
Mm-hmm. It's dangerous. It is definitely dangerous. And the sport's evolving so much. Like, you have to know how to shoot with both hands. You have to. You're not gonna make
now I think about it, I always went high crotch. I wasn't good at the sweep single. I'd go high inside single, but with the right, all right.
Yeah.
I'd beat the shit out of you my left, though.
Yeah. I mean, if I was coaching against you or Dan, I'd be like, dude, just keep your left hand down and control his right hand, and he will not shoot on you.
Well, that's something that I've heard as well. Real quick before we let you get out of here, you're very analytical and a great coach. You're working with a lot of kids right now, right?
Yep. So yeah, I've been doing this thing called Baby Step Sundays. Do it every week. This last week we had it was really cool. We had 2 Super 32 champs on there with me. And right now I'm just doing it through Instagram Live, but when I get to Philadelphia and I can get my setup the way I want it to and nice, put some money into it, make it look good. I think it'll be a pretty good production, but pretty much the focus is just taking in videos from others. I have my email and my Instagram, and people are just like constantly like filtering like videos of their kids. Kids are sending me videos, and I pretty much just walk them through that match that they sent me, give them pointers, let them know things they did well. And man, it's actually been doing pretty well, better than I thought it was going to be. And especially, having those Super 32 champs on, they were 2 great kids, Nick Bouzakis and Caden McCrary. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been a really big learning experience. Like, because once I'm done wrestling, if I don't end up fighting, I do want to coach. So learning how to coach and give people pointers. If I can do it through a computer screen, I can definitely do it in person.
Sorry, I got 2 more. Sorry. Well, one, because Philadelphia is a capital, there's a lot of money in there. Like, I'm not going to say who, but I've got a buddy here on Long Island who is an NCAA champion. He probably makes 6 figures teaching private lessons.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
cash.
Mm-hmm. It is a good business, man. Like learning how to coach youth wrestlers, man, being in Philly. If I go to Philadelphia and I have a kids club, if I can make a kids club right in Philadelphia in the inner city with all them kids, man, dude, like at that point, like it wouldn't even be about
hang on. So my guy does not do a club. He does private lessons.
Oh, private lessons.
That's straight it. He does not run a club.
Wow.
Private lessons. And if it's one guy, it's $100. If it's 2 guys, I think there's a little bit of a discount there because he doesn't want to get up and work with them personally.
Okay, so he probably like if there's 2.
He'll get up for 1 second like this. Now go, drill it.
Yeah.
So that's 1, and then 2. Will you be working with the Penn wrestling team, or you're just there for yourself?
Yeah, they do.
That's how it works with over there. You gotta kind of come in and help out.
Yeah, I'm signing on to the team. So, one of the things in my contract is, I don't know if I can disclose this, but it's something that I would do anyways, even if it wasn't in my contract.
You gotta work out with the team.
Having to work with the team and working with Beat the Streets kids, like even younger kids. There's all types of practices, events going on. So being around high school age, middle school age kids,
which is good for you anyways.
Correct. So those are things that, like I said, I would love to be doing anyways. And it's just all learning experience for when I am done wrestling.
So me and Stan keep talking to you in the MMA. Obviously there's Olympic dreams, but I remember too, when I was wrestling in college, I want to wrestle and try to be an Olympic champion, and I want to become a wrestling coach.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you want to be Cael?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's pretty much the trajectory that I feel like I'm on right now. Things are set to change. Things change on a snap of the finger. And so, but right now, like
you get real pregnant, and it's over.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
Go and be best wrestler I can. Hang it up when I feel like I'm done, and get right into the coaching scene. Build a freaking dynasty. If I have to build it out of nothing, I'll build it out of nothing. Like, I'm determined, man. Like, I want to be one of the best coaches out there. I want to be the coach that like kids can't say no to. I want them to be part of my program. Know they're freaking in good hands with me and my staff. But yeah, those are things I'm looking forward to after I'm done competing.
Yeah, well, anybody that knows anything, if you're a national champion, yep, you could take my kid. How much? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Jordan out? Burroughs. Where's
Burroughs? He's still in Nebraska. He'll be coming to Philadelphia after the Olympics this coming.
I did see that, right? He signed on too.
Yep. And he says he still wants to compete after this year. I mean, he's a specimen himself. So I mean, he thinks he still is evolving. It's not that he thinks he's evolving. He still is evolving. So it's going to be good having him and his family around as well.
Well, just his mentality.
Mm-hmm. And
tell me while I'm on the show. And tell Cael we'll take them both.
I'll let him know. You got it.
Even as a partner to work with, getting to work with Burroughs is probably similar to any of the times you got to work with Cael. You're like, oh my God, this is the guy.
Yeah, you're learning new things every day. You get to wrestle him. Working with Coach Cael, I mean, he beat me pretty bad a couple times, and just like, but those times you figure out what you can do better.
Like when you're younger or now?
What's that?
Like when you're younger or now?
Oh, I mean, all throughout college. I think I can hold my own a little better now, but man, he still got it.
What's the weight difference?
He's probably 220, 230.
What did he wrestled 90 something,
97.
Right?
Yeah. Dude, I won't tell you who. I watched Coach Cael take a really good guy, and I watched him tech him in like 4 minutes.
Was it Pat Cummins?
Easy.
But,
easy. Pat Cummins can't take down Teixeira.
He still has it. Like, and like
How old is he now?
The way that he tech at 40.
Like, he's still young enough that he's definitely able to get on the mat, and
like the way that he teched this guy, it was like no way, because he's one of the best guys in the world right now, and just watching him pick him apart.
I don't know if you'll experience it now because you're still competing and it like still matters to you a little bit. But I remember when I was done wrestling and I would go back in the wrestling room, I somehow got like 10% better.
Mm-hmm.
Because the give a fuck was.
We think it's like a science. We think like after you graduate, you get better. If you have kids, you get 20% stronger. If you coach, there's like, it's like a set thing where like you just beat your athletes no matter what. Like they could be better than you, but you will beat them and they will like succumb to you no matter what. But yeah, as soon as you graduate, you just get better. It's weird.
Once you stop wrestling, but you go in and mix it up, you'll even be. That's what I'm saying. That's where Cael probably just monster mode. Like doesn't matter. Let me go for it. Worst case. He's supposed to beat me. He trains every day. He's in shape. He's younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good. He's like
you don't give a frick, man.
But I'm sure too. Chael's not trying like the fluff.
Cael.
I'm saying Cael. He's going to his moves.
Mm.
Like he's going to his bread and butter and he's twisting you guys up.
Yeah.
But you've gotten some really good looks, some really good coaching. So Mark Hall, everybody be sure to check him out. How can people find you on social media?
I got Instagram, Twitter. They're both baby Marky _PSU. both the same. We know we got starting to get some merch stuff going. Got a website coming. These are all things that I was a little slowly, like a little late to the game for, but I'm excited to get those things rolling. But Instagram and Twitter are probably the best place.
All right, Mark, we'll be watching. You got anything else, Menace?
Yeah, when's the best time of year for me to come down and smoke some beers with you and Dan?
Probably, right now.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
This weekend.
And you let me know, man. I will make the trek to Philadelphia whenever.
You want to do? I think my weekend's open.
My weekend's open, brother.
Why? Where's Vallimont living now?
He's in Philly. He's at the.
It's Presidential City. We live in the same apartment. I mean, he lives, I think, 2 feet below me.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are in the same complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the same, they're under the same contract, same team. The whole a millionaire pretty much sponsors everybody in that regional training center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Valmont's one of those guys.
Menace was talking about is like, hey man, it's kind of bullshit that we have to not succumb, but live under this millionaire. Why can't we make our own money? But it's not the millionaires. It's the fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're trying to.
Meredith is saying, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's some good guys coming up in the NCAA that talk shit and fucking that get people what? Oh my god, I can't wait to see that match.
Have a personality, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, because MMA's just been, or not MMA, wrestling's been such a traditional, respectful, you talk with your actions sport.
Mm-hmm.
Even who was that with Piccininni? Was it Spencer Lee?
Yeah.
Where they were walking
pretty vocal.
Where they were walking past each other and Piccininni stopped him and got in his face and was pretty much seeming like he was saying I'll fuck you up.
Austin DeSanto.
Yeah, you've seen that video? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where wrestling's going now, is obviously the Conor McGregor MMA route.
People excited, man.
Oh, 100%.
It's something to look forward to.
Yeah. So, Mark, we're going to have a social media strategy session next time. We'll get you talking trash. We're going to book your first MMA fight. We'll promote it. We were getting into the promoting game before COVID, so we got you whenever you want to get into this. So,
I'm not very good at talking trash, so.
Menace will write it for you.
Isn't there I think it's Key or P and Cal or whatever?
Key and Peele, when he was the
Key and Peele, where the president says something that some guy steps in, is what he really meant was fuck you.
Yeah.
Stan, clip those together.
We got a guy for you, Menace Bermudez. So you oh my god, you just put a suit on and stand there like this and just have Menace talking shit, hyping you up, being your hype man?
You'll be like, hey, I don't like what you said. I'm like, you know what he said? Fuck you. Fuck your shoes. Where'd you get those from? Your mom's a hooker. And I'll fuck your bitch.
I appreciate your time, fellas. Thank you.
All right, man. We've been trying to let you go for 27 minutes now, but we're going to let you go right now.
But nah, you could stay as long as you want, Mark. But yeah, we'll let you go. But on to enjoy your night, and we'll get on to some chat about the election, Menace.
Hey, Mark, you want to
see you guys?
Want to be friends on Instagram, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do
cool. Let's do that. Me and you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Mark. You're the man. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right. See you guys.
Peace, dude. Man, if you don't think I'm going to drive a dozen beers in that man and get him doing wild things.
That would be a great marketing thing for this episode.
Yeah.
Mark Hall does a keg stand with Menace.
I don't have anything going on this weekend.
And I've heard, I was saying with Vallimont, I've heard you talk about Vallimont so much. So it's I'm almost friends with Vallimont through hearing so much about him. So when I see him,
I don't know if he turned a corner since he's been over at that regional training center. But him and Cael used to have it out. Because Cael doesn't he doesn't want his guys drinking at all. Not like my coach didn't give a shit if we drank outside the season, just don't get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But Cael's no, don't drink ever. Dan would be drinking in his room during the season. We don't have a match for a week and a half. We just wrestled. They would have it
And he went there all 4 years, Vallimont?
Yeah.
And Cael all 4 years?
No. Cael came in during his...
All right, so there was probably that too, that little bit of like the...
You're not my... Like, because... So what happens is almost like...
You're his guy. Your old ways suck. You got to learn my shit. And then Dan was like, nah, I drink beer and I wrestle.
This happens sometimes in the wrestling community where a coach will take over a wrestling program, and it's kind of when like a new male lion comes into a pride. It's like, all right, all you Cubs are with that guy that I just crushed? Fuck you. Like, you guys, or even with the coaching staff. So like a head coach will come in, he'll fire the assistant coaches because those aren't his guys. He'll bring in his like assistant coaches that like, these are my guys, and he'll try and bring guys if he came from another program with him to like. It's wild.
Wrestling's a crazy game, but I liked having Mark Hall on. Gillian, it's always great having her on. I'm playing this phone tag game with Tai Tuivasa.
Okay. I saw he posted on his story like, these fucking guys.
So he like,
who are those guys?
I don't know. He can't get beer right now, so he's in quarantine. So apparently, I didn't ask him these details, but like I saw Jimmy Crute was in quarantine with him. For some reason, Jimmy Crute's out now. Jimmy Crute's home. For some reason, Tai is still in quarantine.
Huh.
He said he's in quarantine. I guess that's Australia where he lives, and Jimmy Crute's from the UK, so they let him back quicker. Oh, yeah. Something. But Ty's in quarantine for like another week, and he's like, these fucking cunts. I almost feel like I guess I got to read it.
Hang on, Stan. You'd be amazing if you sent him like a 6-pack of beer.
I was looking into it. I couldn't figure if he's in Australia.
Can you not ship beer?
I don't know.
Someone's house?
How long would it take to get to Australia? 2 weeks?
That's where you gotta come out of pocket, Stan, and ship that shit overnight.
Well, he wrote, I don't even have beer on here. Fuck quarantine. Fuck the government. Fuck Corona. Fuck. Fuck Corona. Fuck everyone. Ha ha ha. And then I wrote, how much longer are you in there for? He wrote, bro, like another 6 days. These fucking cunts. I wrote, that sucks. They won't bring you beer? And he wrote, no. And then I sent him the link, like, yo, we want to do some shoeies, jump in.
What is quarantine? Meaning you have to stay in your house?
I think what I saw, because you saw that one video of Jimmy Crute, like, pouring a beer over the balcony into Ty's mouth. Yeah. So I think they all got quarantined in a hotel in, I want to say somewhere, Australia or somewhere, before they sent, I guess, Jimmy Crute back to wherever, Robert Whittaker, because Robert Whittaker was above them. Because I saw a video Robert Whittaker posted where he was like, you fucking cunts, I can't see you. There's a bar in the way. Like, there was a thing in the way. Yeah. And you heard Tai Tuivasa yelling, like, hey, Rob. Like,
Oh, man.
He's gonna come on, but it's just we gotta wait for him to get out of quarantine, I guess. Because
when he comes on, I gotta take a shot with him. I owe him.
He wants to come on and like get wasted, I think is what it is. Because I told him like we want to do shoeies with you. He was like, mate, I got no beer, I can't. It's fucked.
Yeah, I owe him.
It's fucked. It's fucked, mate. That's all he keeps saying to me. It's fucked.
You know when you have like an altercation with somebody and somehow that brings you like closer with them?
Yeah, that's what
like I'm like totally in with them. Like I'm like, man, this is I can't believe I had a quarrel.
You guys are you as you found out who he was, you're like, oh my god, like wait a minute.
I like that's like a feather in my hat. Like, dude, I told Tai Tuivasa, like,
it's like, dude,
I should out here if you want. Like, I'm like more of a bigger fan.
But like hindsight, but now that you know him, you're like, dude, I wish I would have had you like slow pour the shot into my mouth. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm also like, I tell you what, over the last couple years, I like learned how to take a shot.
Yeah.
No, like not like okay, like you blow out.
I've heard. I've heard you say this. Yes, you
blow out all of your air, and then take it, and you can't taste it as much.
Boom. Man show, tip of the week. Blow out all your air, taste the shot. You won't taste the shot.
Oh, shit. So we kind of skipped over the fights that just happened this past week.
I mean, what was the co-main? Was Bryce Mitchell the real deal? I guess he fucked up Fili, took Fili down at will. Like I was breaking your balls. I said to you, I'm like, why didn't you take Fili down? And you were like, I was fucking him up on the feet. So what was I going to do? You know? And rightfully so. Like, you didn't think that, but like Bryce Mitchell, it almost seemed like that was what people thought. Like, he'd have trouble taking him down. No real trouble.
Yeah.
He almost seemed, and he is a specialist.
He's becoming like a star.
He's a specialist, though. Like, he's Damian Maia, Khabib-esque, where his striking, if anywhere, like, not saying Khabib or Maia, that's their hole, but get on the ground with him, you're fucked. You have a chance on the feet.
Well, the thing is about him, he's marketable because of his accent, where he's from, and he's consistent.
So
he's like, okay.
I don't want to get into
Arkansas, camo shorts.
I don't want to get into a long episode, but you saw the thing he posted about the mask?
Yes.
I saw Aljamain repost it. Aljamain must have got an insane amount or a good amount of messages of people saying like, you're an asshole or something, because he posted, I agree with this, the mask should be optional. Then the next post was, stop writing me, like my opinion on the mask is my opinion. You do what you want. And that's what it should be. Like, even just do what you want. But Bryce Mitchell, like, used his platform to speak up about something, and I admired him for that. Whether or not
no, he used the UFC's platform.
The highest platform. Like,
they gave him the mic, and he went, "I got something I want to say." Which me and you kind of spoke about it. Tyrone Woodley should have used it in a similar way versus like Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Imagine.
For lack of a better way to put it, and I'm not shitting on Woodley too much, but Woodley was ignorant about it and didn't say anything, where Mitchell, instead of being ignorant about it and being like, fuck these mess, fuck liberals.
People would have thought Mitchell's a fucking douchebag if he's like, I don't think I should have to wear a mask.
If you look at Mitchell, you're like...
You don't have to wear a mask, or you can wear a mask. I don't have to wear a mask.
You think redneck doesn't know what he's talking about. When the way he talked, it was articulate, but with a accent. So I was like, all right, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get Bryce Mitchell on the show, even though we have picked, and we'll have to admit to him, like, listen, dude, we picked against you every time. Now
I have no problem with that.
But now it's like we're sold. You beat Fili, and he beat him.
And Rosa. Those are two good guys.
The Rosa fight was a surprise, and now it looks like, oh no, that's what it was. He's that good on the ground. He bum rushes. He's Damian Maia. He bum rushes you, takes you down, and fucks you up. And then Anderson Silva retiring. I was hoping he'd go out on the Menace Bermudez on the win, but
but I knew not that I didn't know I didn't think he was gonna win.
My heart wanted him to win. My head didn't think he was going to win. But then, like, I looked at both men. I look at what their last couple fights. I'm like, I don't see the path to victory that I saw for Anderson started playing out, and I was like, oh shit, Anderson's winning this fight. But you have seen Anderson for years. Anderson's a counter puncher, a counter fighter.
Yes.
If you look at when he got dropped in the third round, he went full retard, for lack of a better way to put it, and he just fucking... So, not like this, not like tight.
Yeah.
He charged in, like, and got fucking clipped and dropped.
That used to work in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's what it looked like out of his element. And then the point when he got knocked out, like, dude, there was 3 feet of space between you and him. With your arms extended. Like, they were 6 feet away, and he threw a 3-piece combination, and Uriah Hall just like backed up and went, really? From that far away?
Hit him. I've been watching that highlight all day or all week. Him just being like, bang, just like a perfectly straight beeline to him. People like,
But you saw the distance. Uriah Hall was like, from that far? From that far?
Sorry, I have to.
Yeah. Anderson, why'd you do that?
Hang on. So, real quick, I want to make sure I saw the clip correctly. Did Uriah Hall start crying and say, "I'm sorry, I love you"?
Yeah. Yeah, he got very emotional, and then they said,
if I felt that way about who I was going to fight, I would not sign the contract.
Well, that's what I told
unless
you.
Unless it was fake.
I think it was sincere. I thought that was going to be how he loses the fight. I idolized Anderson too much. Anderson came in on the right supplements and stuck in move and fucked him up. Because Uriah is a counter fighter too. Right. The only time Uriah's ever led was his most famous clip when he knocked the guy out with the spinning back kick. That guy wasn't Uriah's level. You know what I mean? Right. Uriah wins counter fighting. Anderson. Yeah. Very similar to Anderson. Anderson was winning that fight until he was like, you know what? I'm winning this fight. I could probably get offensive, and just went too much.
But I wouldn't sign the contract if I thought if I knock this guy out, I'm going to start crying. No chance.
Yeah. Maybe.
I thought that was very weird.
Maybe.
Unless it was like, listen.
Devil Angel. You want
empathy.
Maybe. Oh, so he went. Maybe he went into that, but I think it's Devil and Angel of I don't want to hurt Anderson Silva, but it's Anderson Silva. My name, my value goes up here if I beat him. You know. Now,
I guess I'm a sicko. Like every time I fought, if I killed the man, he shouldn't have signed the contract.
Then yes, you are a sicko. I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree. I think a lot of fighters that we interview will probably be like,
listen,
if I fought Anderson Silva and I killed him, in the moment, I don't think I'd be crying, but maybe like
me growing up
a few weeks later, I'd be like, oh shit. Like
me growing up around fighting, knowing a lot of you guys that fought at the highest level, made it to the UFC and whatnot, they're all not like you. Everyone's not ready to die when they go in there. You know what I mean? Nah, there's levels to that too. Levels to commitment of there's I'll send you names off air and you'll be like, oh, okay. Of people that just fight versus people that like we're going in there to be a champion. We're going in there like, no, you're gonna kill me tonight. That's the only way I'm losing. Like you need to beat me to beat me. Then there's guys that were like, I'm in a bad spot. And then you go, what the fuck? In the UFC? Like at the highest level, like die. Go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what was the other thing? John Jones. I mean, not John Jones. Adesanya. Israel Adesanya is moving up to 205 to fight Jan Blachowicz.
Now, is that like a power move? Like
power move.
Hey, John, before you can, I'm going to.
By Adesanya, total power move. And then someone asked Adesanya, are you going to bulk up to go up to 205? And he was like, I'm not an idiot. Or he said something like, I'm not like John Jones. I'm not stupid. Because John Jones is taking time right now to bulk up to heavyweight. Adesanya is like, I'm going to fight Blachowicz at what I weigh, what I normally weigh.
He probably doesn't. He probably walks around 205. You know what I mean?
I mean, right here, though, this is almost like GSP-esque, where GSP was like, Bisping. Perfect style matchup. You know what I mean? Like he's looking and he's going, you know what? Blachowicz, you used to fight at 185. You just won the title. You know, like you're a striker.
Let me kind of rain on John Jones' parade a little bit, right?
Bro, if he wins that fight, that's not the biggest fight. The second, third biggest fight behind like a Conor Khabib, Jones versus Adesanya. That fight's big. If Adesanya's a double-weight world champion, just took the belt that John let go.
I don't know, dude. I knew Khabib was going to beat Conor.
What if Adesanya wins the 205 belt, John Jones moves up to heavyweight, wins the heavyweight belt?
Wow.
Then that fight's really big.
Wow.
Then that's, Adesanya's almost... If Adesanya wins the 205 belt, and then even defends it, he's in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Like,
who are our GOATs right now? Anderson Silva, minus the last 2 or 3 years.
I saw a thing that was posted. His 16-0, and then his end of his career was 1-7.
Yeah, let's stop it before the last 8 fights.
Let's go to 16-0. Yeah.
GOAT. GSP, GOAT. John Jones, GOAT. Khabib, GOAT. DC's in that conversation.
I'm going to catch flack for it. Khabib is right here. John Jones and GSP are right here. A little bit above. Khabib is like just a notch.
Just because of the amount of defenses.
And because you know this being a fighter, and you've heard this expression, it's easier to become champion than it is to stay champion.
For sure.
And as weird as that analogy sounds, it's just is what it is. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to use Tyron Woodley as his example. Like how he became champion was sitting out for 16 months. And timing worked out, and he got a title shot.
Hang on, how many defenses did he have?
And then he went on, I think he defended 3 times, or had a draw and 2 title defenses.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
I just felt he was definitely a champion for a while.
He beat Till, Thompson.
Maya
was before the title. Let me talk.
Sure?
I believe so, yeah. I believe 3. And one of them was the draw. I might be forgetting a win in there. I don't know. Maya was a title fight.
Yeah.
You are correct. So he knocked out Robbie Lawler, draw with Thompson, beat Maya, beat Darren Till. But like even him, like he got the title shot.
Hang on, so he remained champion with a draw.
Yes.
That's a win if you ask me.
That's a defense. Yeah. But even him, yes. So he got a title shot off of Gastelum missing weight and not being able to fight and getting scratched. Then he sat out for like a year and a half and got the title shot. That's timing, like lining up. You know what I mean? That's what you need sometimes to become champion.
Yeah.
I forgot what we were even talking about.
GOATs.
But the timing.
Like how many wins does Usman need to have to? I mean, how many wins does any champion need to have to become a GOAT?
Right now.
Now the thing is about Khabib is, was there any 55-pounder that had defended the belt more than 4 times?
No. I don't believe
155 is arguably the toughest weight class in the UFC.
I'm trying to think if anyone defended the belt. I'd have to look that up.
There was BJ Penn.
But I've talked. I said this to you and Bilal. He's arguably the best 155-pounder of all time. Penn. No, Khabib is the best.
Yes.
Pound for pound or greatest of all time, that conversation's up for debate. If Khabib comes back and goes, GSP, you're next, fucks GSP up, retires, you're the GOAT. No?
Yeah. I mean, GSP hasn't fought in how many years, dude?
I'm saying, even that GSP, the name, and then John Jones could then succeed him, but at that point, 30-0, undefeated, retired. No? You think Jones still needs more? I could see that.
GSP hasn't been 155 since he was probably like...
Well, here's what I'm saying too, though. If Khabib did that, beat GSP and retired, he's the GOAT right there. John Jones could still win 4 more fights and just be the GOAT. And then there'll be that argument of who was better. You know me, I'm a John Jones. I'm a diehard John Jones. Smokes weed, parties, girls, baby.
I'm a realist.
One of
my
favorite things about John Jones, and I'm still short to this day, not married, fiance, baby mama, been with her for like 12 years, 10 years. You know what I mean?
If you were John Jones, nothing would change.
That's like my cousin when he, even still to this day, like every time he gets in trouble or something, he just upgrades the engagement ring.
Wow.
He doesn't actually marry you. He'll just buy you a new engagement ring. Like, oh, we're going to do it one day. It's going to happen. Here's a new
Did
ring.
He get out on a knee, too?
Probably. I never asked him that, but probably. But he usually just upgrades the ring. And they're like, oh, shit. Look at that.
He literally buys himself time.
Buys himself more time.
Wow.
Buys himself more time until he trades them in for a newer model.
No.
Every time.
How many fiancés has he had?
I don't want... He's going to stick with the one he's with now, but...
But how many has he had?
2, 3.
2, 3?
Yeah.
2, 3. Those are...
Yeah, so that's 6 kids.
What's he do for a living? That he can buy extra rings and pay for 6 kids.
Makes money.
Yikes.
Makes money. But we'll wrap this up. Episode 96.
No, we're not.
We're not? You're not done yet?
No, I'm not.
What do you got to say?
There's a fight this weekend.
There is a fight this weekend. Then you gotta make fun of me for 45 seconds. I gotta pee. Go.
Stan is a fat man. If he lived in Japan, he would always be in the bathhouse. Not to find mouse, but to play with Asian wieners. Nothing's wrong with that. Stan is hairy and fat. He's my co-host at that. So what does that make me? What does that make me? Does that make me a loser? Or does that make me a winner? Because I don't give a fuck. Stan, if he had a wife, he would be a fat cuck. Did you hear that whole song, Stan?
What was it?
Oh, I just played a...
Wait. If I had a life, I would be a fat fuck?
A wife.
A wife.
You'd be a fat cuck.
Cuck. No chance. I'm a dominant. Bro, that's where I was even going to go with Jillian. If I was like, are you submissive or dominant? Like, what's your personality? Like, in the bedroom. And she was like, submissive. I was going to be like, do you want to go on a date?
What if she was like, no, I run shit?
Do you want to go on a date? Like, yep, that's me too. You know, you got to be the chameleon. Like, I always think of that Louis C.K. joke where he's like, you know, just an infinite dick just thrusting in space. Then he's like, you know, just saying everything like, yeah, like just agreeing with her. That's how you got to be. But card this weekend. What is this weekend? Thiago Santos versus Glover Teixeira?
Easy.
You're into that one? Bro,
I mean,
wait. Even this, they might have zapped my laptop because I have this computer. I'm going on my laptop, and that's what's acting really fucking crazy right now.
Which laptop?
My MacBook.
Good.
Yeah. So I started going through my MacBook trying to look up shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's like saying,
"Well, it's an Apple, dude. When was the last time you updated that thing?"
I update it all the time, but I'm saying like
when was the last time you updated it? You just said a general statement. I update it all the time. Like,
yesterday, today. It's now saying my connection is not private. Attackers might be trying to steal your information from YouTube. For example, passwords, messages, or credit cards. So, like, people started hacking me on election day, basically. What do? I don't do anything.
Dude, my shit, apparently I bought an iPhone 12 Max Pro X. I'm like, because I don't really check my bank statements, like, too often.
You have some fraudulent activity going on?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, not today, like last week. And I was like, what? Friday at 9 p.m., I didn't buy a new iPhone.
I heard
that would click in me.
I heard with COVID, cybercrime is way up.
Huh.
Way up.
Yeah. I'm like, dude,
I don't know the number because I didn't get that, but I remember reading like an article probably like 2 weeks ago, and even I had something with my bank where I got a couple $1,000s worth of charges actually.
Yeah.
And it was
I was thinking because like pickup was like in Manhattan. I was like, man, at like 5th Street, I'm like, even though I already canceled, I'm like, what if I just like let it ride and I just showed up there and I was just like, let's see who picks up this fucking thing.
Ooh, you were gonna go like double agent.
Yeah, I would like, if you don't think, if I took a train into Manhattan, like on like thinking about this for like 8 hours like waiting time, that I'm not fucking somebody up on like when I see them or like follow them for a little bit. Like when they get in a taxi, I get into like, where are we going?
I had international charges. So my thing, someone somehow going on the internet, entering my credit card data, I had China and Austria using my credit card.
Damn. You know what sucked though? If I went to like 5th Street, some like 220, like just jack dude gets it that like he's got cauliflower. I'm like, fuck. You know, like, I get in a taxi with him, like, where are you going? He's like, I'm going over to Henzo's. I'm like, oh.
He's got cauliflower ear and that USA Wrestling tattoo, like on his neck.
Yeah. I'm like,
It's like, oh, you got that tattoo? Yeah, everybody else was pussy getting it on their shoulder and on their calf. I was like, put it on the neck.
Yeah.
I want everybody to see it.
With that being said, I guess I would follow him in the locker room, just see where he puts it. I'm like, I paid for it.
Or you can try crow hopping him. Another shot that I'm working on going back and forth. I want to get Travis Brown on the show. He's recently started a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Getting into the podcast game. So, but let's wrap this up. I want to watch some. You have anything else? I want to watch some. Oh, let's go this card. I want to watch some election shit.
Yeah, give me the card.
I also shot a shot. I've been playing phone tag with Masvidal, trying to get Jorge on the show.
Okay.
We need Jorge Masvidal on this show, but obviously
I agree.
He gets hit up exponentially, like endless interview requests. But I wanted to get him and Lombard on at the same time and be like, what's up with Cubans being so into Republicans and Donald Trump? So if Trump wins the election, I'll try to shoot for that for a future episode.
I'm into it.
Or just Masvidal in any which way. Like we just had Gillian on. They're from the same camp, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be American Top Team. They're from the same management stable. All right, so we'll go. What do we got here? Why is the whole card not coming up?
Maybe liberals or
maybe what?
I'm just kidding. We don't here on the Menace the Man show. We don't care if you're liberal, Republican, Democrat. Right?
Well, no, not at all. That's a thing
as
too.
As long as you like fighting, I don't give a shit.
And as long as you can joke and take a joke, like tomorrow or Wednesday, Thursday, whatever the fuck, when they're done with this election, if you voted for Joe Biden or you voted for Donald Trump,
what if you voted for Kanye West?
If you voted for Joe Biden or Donald Trump, you're right here. If you voted for Kanye West, you're up here in my book.
Wow,
I fuck with you.
So
I don't. But I don't care. I mean, you feel the same way. I don't care who you voted for. I'm still gonna have lunch with you. You can still come to my house for dinner. Like we're still cool.
Yeah. So let me know if I saw this correctly. Like Kanye West is only on the ballot in like 11 states or some shit like that.
Yeah, so he has no chance of winning. He just
So how can you be on the ballot only in 11 states? I don't get it.
I don't know the exact particulars of it. I think how it is he either didn't poll high enough in those states to get on the ballot, or he came in too late to get on the ballot in those states.
Okay.
As I believe. Don't hold a gun to, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. He didn't poll high enough on those states to get the ballot. Like, you need to hit X, or he wasn't on the ballot at that time, something. But him still seriously running is a crazy thing, because he's just going to throw that monkey wrench into the election where he steals votes from either side of people that are almost like, well, this guy sucks, I'm going for this guy.
So real quick, you want me to tell you why I really hate politics?
Yep.
So me and my homie in 8th grade both decided to run for president. And then this chick that he is now married to, but at the time they were not dating at all.
In 8th grade, he married her.
No, he later married her later, like after college or some shit. I don't fucking know.
I'm saying they met in 8th grade and he married her.
Yeah, I guess. I don't give a shit. Anyways, so me and my homie, Matt Webb, ran for president. And his now wife, Jen, who is hot in 8th grade, you know, so she had that going for her, ran for president. So me and my buddy pretty much canceled out each other's votes, and this bitch was giving out lollipops. She won. I was like, what? She cheated. She was giving out lollipops. And then a few of my homies, who was also his homies, like, I couldn't vote for you or him, so I voted for her. It's like, motherfucker.
So
Never ran again.
You learned the hard way about politics in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, and I was pretty popular.
Well, but sometimes you run into that the Kanye West monkey wrench, we'll call it, where it's like, maybe him. I like Gold Digger. That's my song. You know, Heartless, that's my jam.
He wrote that song about God.
Yeah, Jesus Walks.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. There's definitely people out there that are like, you know what? Trump, his belief in God. Biden, his belief in God. Jesus talks to Kanye. That's my vote. That's my vote right there. We'll see. Like I said, that's the biggest thing.
But isn't that insane?
Here's the thing, too.
You know, he's only on 11 ballots, 11 states that you're like, I want him to be my president. But he actually can't be your president because...
Well, no, that's the fucked up thing with the whole vote. That's a whole episode. The whole voting system in general is skewed and fucked up. Like, them telling a little kid, like, you could be the president of the United States isn't true. You can only be the president of the United States if you fall into their regime, or you're a fucking billionaire and you have enough money to pay for ads and run your own campaign. Like, yeah,
but you could. No, Stan, I think you're wrong, dude.
No, you can run, but you can run like fucking Kanye West is running, but on a smaller level. And you're gonna run like your name might be on the ticket, but nobody's voting for you. They didn't see.
I think you're wrong, Stan.
I don't think it's a political game.
I get your angle,
but here's the thing: like,
but if my son was like, "I want to be president," I wouldn't be like, "Listen, son, don't waste your time." I'll be like, "Start now, son. Start now."
That's what
no. Media started up.
No. Exactly that. Start now. You got to get in the club to potentially win. Like Donald Trump overrode or bought his way into the club and got himself a win. Like if he would have ran.
When Donald Trump first came in, I thought it was a joke. To be honest, I thought it was like a joke. Like whatever.
If Donald Trump
right off,
Donald Trump was going to run as an independent. The reason he did not is because he would not have won. Republicans and Democrats loyally, blindly vote. Like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm a diehard Republican. I'm voting for you. I could listen to... There's people out there, like me and you always say common sense. There's people out there that could listen to this guy talk and think he's better, but because I'm this political party, I'm voting for the fucking idiot.
Well, it's like the Giants fans.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you go for a different team? They're not going to win this year.
Bro, I'm a Jets fan. Every week I still at least peek at the game. Like, did they win? Nope.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's finish this card. I'm going to play an hour of Call of Duty. I'm going to bed.
Ooh, we got Joe Biden with the early lead so far. As of what I'm seeing right now, they got him 85-55, but early states are in.
That doesn't equal 100.
What do you mean 100?
85-55?
Oh, total votes in the Electoral College.
Oh.
Yeah, not percentage to win, yeah. But this,
I was like,
so even that, the biggest thing that anyone's worried about, we'll get your take on that. Who do you think's going to win the presidency? Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
So
Trump is Trump's a 1.5, almost a 2-to-1 underdog.
Trump's an underdog?
Trump is a 2-to-1 underdog. 175 to 1 underdog is what plus 175 underdog on most betting websites. Betting websites are giving you the option to bet on not only the overall election results, but each individual state.
Wow.
Like, I think Trump is plus 850 to win New York. So he's a big underdog in New York. And which is always, New York has been Democrat since 1988. So they're probably going to be Democrat this year unless something crazy happens.
So I'm driving home from I'm driving back to the yard from a job, right? And I'm on Sunrise, and I see like 6 people holding a Joe Biden like sign, and I just thought like, man, why do all the Joe Biden like followers look like they're homeless, right? I drive like a quarter mile down the road, and I'm like, holy, what's going on up there? Like, there's like a party up there, and dude, there was like probably like 100 Trump supporters, flags fucking everywhere, like big trunks honking, police. I was like, what the? This is a fucking party over here. Like, this is insane. I almost wanted to like pull over and like hang out. It was like,
bro,
it was like fun.
Well, that's like the thing too, is I don't get if Joe Biden wins, I don't get where it came from, because everything I've seen is him with going to whatever state and talking to people and them being 200 cars or 30 people, and then Trump is turning away thousands of people to come to his rallies.
Yeah, but the thing is I this is my take. I don't know. If you are into Trump, you're probably like an A personality. You're probably outrovert. Is that what it is?
Extrovert.
But
this was the same thing in 2016. Hillary
you're loud, you're vocal,
Hillary had 10 people, Trump had thousands, and they were like, Hillary's gonna win. All the polls say Hillary's gonna win. Like, that's the thing too. I was talking to my sister about, like, something I hate is when news media outlets go hard on this is the poll's saying this. Who's the poll? And they show the poll, and it's like fucking Quinnipiac University. Like, they're walking around polling college kids. Like, they're walking around polling. So if you work for a poll company, your job isn't 5 to 9 at night. Your job is 9 to 5. So you're going around trying to poll people during working hours, where most conservative or Republicans are probably sitting at a desk or probably doing some type of work where they're not out mingling with fucking pollsters. So it's that's something I wanted to even, like, I don't like talking about politics, but have you ever taken a poll?
No.
Has someone walked up to you and been like, who are you voting for in this upcoming election?
No.
Never. Ever. Even, who the fuck votes on these polls? That they're always like, oh, this is the poll we took. It's from this liberal college. This is what they think's going to happen in this upcoming vote, whatever the vote is. Like, the polls are always skewed, and then the media is always skewed. You don't know what to believe. So we'll see coming in a few days what happens. I'm sure there's going to be voter fraud. There's going to be whoever wins. They're going to.
Well, some dude like lit one of those little ballot like mailboxes on fire. I saw on social media. He got like arrested and shit.
Really?
Yeah. Aren't there like little mailboxes you can like just put your little vote in?
That's what it is. You put your vote in the box. Yeah.
No, there was just like a random one. Some dude was like, fuck this, and like fucking.
I'll believe it. Like, even I saw another thing, and it's obviously so much shit's going to be posted now. Someone posted like how they're a vote counter, and they thought it was cool to post on social media in their stories that they're throwing out Trump votes. Because if you don't fill out your form perfect or close to, they can throw the form out. Like, oh, this is an invalid vote. You know, this is invalid, this is invalid. That's how they do it. So, like I always joke, like, there's political movies that say, like, it's not about the actual votes, it's about who's counting the votes. So if you're counting votes and you get to 60 for this, wait, if you get to 60 for this guy, 40 for this guy, you don't like that result? All right. How about 70-60? I counted 30 more for this guy. Where are the votes? I counted them. They're there. It's my job. I counted them.
Right.
You want to count them? You sit and recount them. And then, oh, I messed up. Worst case scenario, oh, I messed up. What probably happens is you did good. 70-60. I like where your head's at.
Well, you know, we talk about politics. We talk about politics in MMA. Listen, I know people that have done stats. They go, you see that count? I called that fight. I was like, oh.
1,000,000%.
In favor of, like, their guy.
Yeah, I know a fight, and I've said this when the fight happened. I'll say it to you off air, but there was a fight where I was like, oh, the reason it's that one-sided is because my fucking boy was working the fucking punch stats.
Right.
Like, you weren't watching the other dude hit me. You were watching everything I threw, you marked as landed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But same thing with the judge. But we'll see what happens with the selection.
Finish this fight card for the 9th time.
Oh my God, I forgot about the fight card. Oh, your boy.
Piece of shit. Well, we keep saying against Glover, we're like, dude.
You know who we're rooting for?
Is this the fight where he's old?
Wait, you know who we're rooting for this weekend? Eduardo Garagori. You're rooting for him.
Okay.
He's fighting because he's fighting Darren Elkins.
Oh.
So hopefully.
Hang on. I don't have anything against Darren Elkins.
We're not. Darren Elkins could win the fight. I don't give a fuck. I want Darren Elkins to win.
You do not want Darren Elkins to get the takedown.
No takedowns. Or one takedown and the fight ends. That's what we want.
Yes. Okay.
Max Grip.
And then a retirement.
And then retirement. Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I mean, Felipe Colares, Gustavo Lopez. You don't know either one of them.
Right.
Pick a name. Go.
Say it again.
Gustavo Lopez, Felipe Colares.
Felipe.
Max Griffin, Ramiz Brahimaj.
Max Griffin.
Darren Elkins versus Eduardo Garagori.
Darren Elkins with 0 takedowns.
You don't even care about that fight. Alexander Romanov versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
Marcos.
Giga Chikadze versus Jamie Simons.
Come on, Jamie.
I'm going to go Giga in that fight. Mm-hmm. Trevor Giles versus Bavon Lewis.
Come on, Trevor.
Claudia Gadelha. Now, the main card, Claudia Gadelha versus Yan Xiaonan.
Is that a Russian chick?
Chinese.
Okay, I'm going Claudia.
Ian Heinisch, Brandon Allen.
Ian's tough.
That's a tough fight. I'm going to go Ian Heinisch, but Brandon Allen could pull that one out. Rohoni Barcelos versus Khaled Taha.
Rohoni.
I'll go Rohoni. Arlovsky versus Tanner Bozer.
Arlovsky is fighting. Arlovsky's the reason why I had the mouthpiece I had.
I was just going to say that. Arlovsky is someone who you probably have a little bit of revere for. You saw Arlovsky and were like, I fucking like that guy. Oh, and then you went, oh shit, the fangs. I'm in.
Oh, yeah, I'm sold.
Everyone.
His last fight, he got KO'd, no?
At one point, Arlovsky was the guy.
Yeah, he was a champion, no?
Yeah, he was the champion. He was the heavyweight champion. He was the fucking guy. He had the look. He had... was that his last fight?
He had hair like yours when he had the fangs. I was like, this guy... And he had a better beard. I was like, this guy is fucking awesome.
He had a beard. He had like a big... Yeah. I think... Yeah, his last fight he won.
So I'm going Arlovsky.
Philippe Lins he beat in May. I'm going to go Arlovsky. He's got Tanner Boser.
And hopefully he retires after this fight. Because how old is the man?
Bro, if you're winning fights, he's 41.
Yeah, but it's just like...
He's one of those... He's an outlier. He's one of those guys that, like, people always say, like, oh, Arlovsky, his chin's done. And then I'm always like, nah, he won his last fight. He's been winning, you know?
Well, like, what else can he do? That's what when I'm like, this guy should retire, then I think about, like, what else can he do? Like, what else can Darren Elkins do?
Yeah. Teach. That's the general progression, unless you stumble into the Dennis Bermudez route or something along those lines where you find...
I can't even do what I do. I just fucking...
I'm saying you find a alternative career. You find another thing to...
act like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, you play the role. And then
hook up this here? Okay.
You make people... and then you make people laugh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know why? Then the guys at the big higher ups at PSEG sit around. They go, you know who I like? That Bermudez boy makes me laugh.
No, they don't. They
makes me laugh.
They're like, kid's an idiot. But they can't say it to my. No, they do. Some of them do, and I'm just like, I just have to sit here and just not fuck you up, huh?
I mean, I don't disagree with them, but Thiago Santos. Glover Teixeira.
We keep saying... I've been saying it now for like a year. Like, when's he going to get old? But this...
Glover's on a winning streak right now. Glover's hot right now.
Yeah, but Santos...
Glover wins this fight. Title shot.
Yes.
Santos wins this fight. Title shot.
Santos... Some people think beat John Jones.
The first time I watched that fight, I thought he beat John Jones. The rounds were close, but
Glover Teixeira shouldn't have been in the same cage as John Jones.
John Jones fucked Glover's arm up like a minute in, like early in the fight, like twerked Glover's fucking arm and fucked up his rotator cuff, and pieced him up made him look a level below him. But John Jones is that good. John Jones might have had some Colombian cocaine that weekend. He was feeling great. I'm going.
I hate going against Glover because every time I do, it's like I look like an idiot.
John Jones didn't have that stepped on shit that weekend. He had some legit shit. Like when he beat Glover, that's one of the best John Joneses that you've seen. Glover's that good.
I'm going Glover.
I think Glover's gonna fuck him up actually. Like
he hits hard, he's a veteran.
Something I saw recently, like Rampage said,
he's more well rounded.
The GOAT conversation, the Khabib, John Jones. Rampage said, I've only lost fights when I was fucking around. Like I showed up on 3 weeks notice or I didn't train right for the fight. When I was in great shape, I never lost a fight. He said, John Jones, I was in like pretty much the best shape of my life, and John Jones fucked me up. He was like, that guy's the GOAT. Like, that guy's fucking good. And this is someone who's been in there with Fedor, Jones, Dan Henderson, a lot of fucking really good guys.
Yeah.
But Glover, Santos, you're going Glover.
Yeah, I am.
I'm going Glover as well.
All right.
I'm going Glover, and I'm rooting for Donald Trump as well.
All right, time for Call of Duty.
But if Joe Biden wins, we still love you here at Menace and the Man. Click that like button. Click that subscribe button. And also send...
Kanye West? I like Kanye West too.
I love Kanye West. And also send your
audition... You hate Kanye West? So do I.
Send your audition tapes to the email link below, because you could possibly be Menace's new co-host when I die, when Tyrone Spong kills me.
Wow.
But episode 95, 96, Menace and the Man.
Stan, I just had a crazy idea.
Go.
So you said send your audition tapes to the Menace and the Man. We should have someone send audition tapes. We should have people send audition tapes. And the best audition tape we have on for a show as a third co-host.
I love where your head's at, and I've actually thought that I want to start bringing fans on. Because remember, even we talked about this in the old studio, like setting up to take live calls.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to take some live calls.
Okay.
We'll take some live calls with some fans, and so we'll
like whoever's talking to us in the chat.
Yeah,
we could DM them, send them the link. They come on.
Well, we'll create like that's
we kick them off whenever we want.
One thing where Ashley crushes it is segments and structure. Like Ashley has like a plan, like where we're signed. You like Seinfeld or Curb Your Enthusiasm? That's our show. We're all over the place. Oh, our show
I think people like that though.
Oh, 100%. Our show is Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing. It's like it has a realm, but Menace is about to jump on Call of Duty. Everybody jump on Twitch. Are you going on Twitch or just playing?
No, you fucked up my fucking thing.
You fucked up.
Figure it out.
Bro, I didn't fuck up. All right, well, we'll get somebody.
I got Scene 1, I got Menace Cam, I got Stan Cam,
Let's get someone from G Fuel on that ASAP. So
thanks, Dan.
Shout out to our friends at G Fuel.
Yep.
We'll hopefully figure out some more collaborations we can do with them in the future. Maybe we'll wind up back in G Fuel Studios. Who knows? Menace might start popping up in the streaming house in Merrick.
Yeah.
But episode 96. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Well, see you later.
Who would have ever thought we'd make it here, right?
Not me.
Nope.